All right, hello, friends. Welcome. Hello, Facebook Live. Hello, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Are we live on TikTok yet? Let's find out. All right, so send us a comment if you're watching this on TikTok. Hello, and welcome to KUHS Colorado, the show where we keep you informed on all things Colorado, live from KUHS Radio. Today is Friday, March 27th. I am your host, Luis Live. Feel free to reach out to us through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, give us a follow to stay in the loop on all things Denver. And that's at KUHS Denver, at KUHS Denver. Nice and easy for you, right? So this show is brought to you by 88 Concrete, concrete done right. You can call them for a free quote at 720-987-8206. That is 720-987-8206. I'll share a little bit more about them here in just a few minutes. But before we get into it, I want to say hello. I want to say welcome back. It's Friday, folks. We have made it. We are here on the precipice of one more weekend. I know it's been a big week here for us in Denver, especially just with everything going on, right? Between like the weather and the fire warnings, and it's been cold and then it's hot, and there was another fire last night, and parking garage collapse. It's just been a big week in the city, right? So just know that you made it, and we're here. We are live, and we're gonna keep you updated so we can go into the weekend and just have a good time, okay? But let me just kind of let's get our big stories out of the way, though. Let me tell you what's happening in Denver. A historic city park bandstand destroyed in overnight fire. Denver's nearly 100-year-old City Park bandshell, a beloved landmark that hosted generations of concerts and events, including City Park Jazz, is a total loss after an overnight fire. So this happened last night. So firefighters responded quickly, but the structure could not be saved. Investigators are currently determining the cause. No injuries have been reported. The loss has shocked the arts community as summer events were already in planning. So this is a huge bummer for the art community here in Denver. Just know we're shooting support your way from KUHS because we love our local artists. But a devastating loss for Denver's cultural heritage. This is definitely a fact, right? So staying with the breaking local impacts. Severe drought conditions are forcing major changes for residents and farmers across the metro area. The Denver Water enforces Stage 1 drought restrictions amid record low snowpack. Citing a historically warm, dry winter, Denver Water has imposed Stage 1 restrictions. This includes twice-weekly outdoor watering that for most customers, with potential outdoors surcharges ahead. Farmers are sounding the alarm over the state's lowest snowpack record. Meanwhile, HOA residents are expressing concerns about possible fines for brown laws. These restrictions impact Denver, Aurora, and surrounding counties. So this is something, folks, if you're a homeowner in Denver, in any of the surrounding counties, check out what your HOA is updating you on. You know, I was just done actually talking to my HOA. I'm restating my fence right now, XYZ, right? But yes, there is going to be big impacts of summer on watering. And I know that Colorado loves its nice, pretty lawns, but we might have to make some sacrifices this summer for the greater good of our state, folks. But we'll keep you updated on that. That is going to be a big story this summer. I can already feel it. So that one did come from the Denver 7, Colorado Sun. And yeah, I just want to make sure that we are getting that information to you. So water concerns are top across the front range, right? So now shifting to air quality though. Hazy skies blanketed the metro area yesterday, prompting worried calls to 911. I didn't call 911, but I thought about it. I was leaving a restaurant around 4, and I was peeking around the corner because everywhere you looked there was fog, and I wanted to figure out if there was like a fire or something was going on. But yes, but let me give you a full story on that one. So Denver skies turned hazy from Nebraska wildfires. Smoke from wildfires in Nebraska drifted into the Denver metro area Thursday afternoon. The conditions caused noticeably hazy skies and prompted some residents to call 911, fearing local fires. Officials confirmed the smoke is from out-of-state blazes. There is no immediate threat to Colorado, but continued monitoring is advised. So honestly, folks, I'm sure the police department would rather have you call and have it turn out to be nothing than nobody tells them what's going on, right? So I don't know. This is kind of a weird little story, but this was reported by CBS Colorado and Denverite if you want a more in-depth look into that. So environmental challenges do continue though in our state because in other local news, Denver police are investigating suspicious death discovered during a welfare check. A woman found dead in Denver home. Foul play was suspected. Denver police responded to the welfare check and discovered a woman dead inside her home. Homicide investigators are now on scene and foul play is suspected. The incident remains under active investigation. No further details have been released at this time. So we're going to keep an eye on that story. It's very, very freshly developing, but this is unfortunate. I hate to see these kind of stories in the news, but I still want to keep you informed on when they're happening, okay? But with that being said, we'll be right back with a few local stories, but first, a quick reminder. If you live in Colorado, you already know that your property goes through a lot between snow, heat, heavy use, and constant temperature changes. Concrete takes a beating year-round. And the truth is, when when it's done wrong, you don't just notice it, you pay for it later. That's why homeowners and businesses across the state trust ADA Concrete. For residential projects, they specialize in driveways that boost curb appeal and property value, garage floors built to handle weight and Colorado's freeze-thaw cycles, and sidewalks that are clean, safe, and built to last. Clean lines, solid pours, done right the first time. And for commercial clients, ADA is built to handle bigger demands, from foundations you can build on with confidence to durable concrete slabs, asphalt services, and snow removal. That keeps your business running safely through the winter. No shortcuts, no rush jobs, just reliable work, fair pricing, and a team that stands behind every project. Because concrete isn't just about today, it's about the next 10, 20, and even 30 years. If you're planning a project, don't wait until small cracks turn into expensive problems. Call 720-987-8206. That is 720-987-8206. ADA Concrete, strong foundations, solid results serving all of Colorado. Well, that was fun, right? I love doing the ad reads, and we love ADA here at KUHS. They do great work. I'm going to hire them to help me fix my house. I'll actually share that with you folks. That'll be a fun little story to share with you because our sponsors are legit, and that's why I'm so proud of them. So let's get back to the show, right? So you're listening to KUHS Colorado, your source for local news, community stories, and real updates from across the state. This is what's happening in local government, to events, opportunities, and resources you can actually use. This is where Colorado stays connected, folks. Whether you're tuning in at home, at work, or on the go, we're here to keep you informed and in the loop. Now let's get back to the show. So let's talk community and business, right? Okay. So welcome back to the Denver Metro, or to Denver. Welcome back to Denver, folks. So we're back in Denver. Okay. So in this segment, we're going to focus on stories shaping our neighborhoods and our local economy. So this is going to be a fun one, okay? So let's start with a fun one, right? Broncos advance new stadium plans with Burnham Yard land deals. The Denver Broncos continue making progress toward a potential new stadium at Burnham Yard. The Colorado Department of Transportation has reached a sales agreement with the team, and additional land acquisitions are moving forward. The deal signals strong momentum for the franchise's long-term vision in Denver. This is super exciting. I'm not a football guy, folks, but I'm getting involved for you so I can know how to report on what's going on. So this was coming to you from the Denver Post and the Denver Gazette, if you do want a little bit more information in depth on that guy. So, but big developments for Denver sports fans and for the city skyline. Meanwhile, downtown is getting a major boost with new investments on office conversions. $63 million have been approved for major downtown Denver office to mixed-use conversions. The Downtown Denver Development Authority has awarded its largest office redevelopment loan to date, $63 million. The project, led by Luzzatto, will reform the entire block into a vibrant mixed-use space. The goal is to revitalize vacant offices while supporting economic recovery and new housing. This is a super cool story, folks. I just want to derail for just a second. I don't know if you folks have ever lived in a mixed-use, oh, sorry, I just bumped the mic. I don't know if you folks have ever lived in like a mixed-use building, but it's really cool, right? So let's say you have your 5-story apartment complex, right? The first floor is going to be like little shops. Like I used to live in when there was like a barber shop, a restaurant, another like a flower shop. It was super cool. And I think it really creates a lot more opportunities for housing, especially affordable housing here in Denver. And I know we need a lot of that, don't we, folks? But with that being said, I'm shooting my support for all of this, because this is super exciting, and I would love to be there when they cut some ribbons. Excuse me. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And this was brought to you by this was reported by the Denver Business Journal. So we'll keep moving on to the next story. So this is positive momentum for downtown revitalization, right? We've seen it. We need more housing. We need more space for people to live and grow and start families, because it's expensive to live in Denver and work here too, right? It's very expensive. But in community news, a new retail addition is coming to Rhino. Sneaker Politics opens new store in Denver's Rhino Arts District. Popular sneaker retailer Sneaker Politics is expanding into Denver's Rhino neighborhood with a new storefront. The move brings fresh retail energy to one of the city's most creative districts. It also reflects continued business growth in the area. This is super cool. I've never heard of this brand, but I'm gonna check them out just because they are investing in our city. So let's go check them out, show them support if you like the style, right? So this was reported by the Denver Post. So local businesses expansion is always welcome. And now we just need to talk about the little weather for just a minute. So joining us now with your weather forecast is me. So cooler, cloudy Friday with a weekend warm up ahead. After yesterday's record March heat, today brings a noticeable cool down. Highs will reach the mid-50s under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, lows will drop into the upper 30s. Looking ahead, a significant warm-up arrives this weekend with highs climbing into the low 80s and plenty of sunshine. fire danger remains elevated across the plains due to ongoing dry conditions, continuing following Denver's water stage 1 restrictions. So, folks, this is basically saying it's going to be a little bit of a warmer weekend, but be responsible if you're going to start any kind of bonfire. If you are working on any yard work, start by getting all the little sticks and anything flammable cleaned up and out of the way, right? And that's the best thing I can give you, advice I can give you. I'm not a meteorologist, but I sure am impacted by the Colorado weather, so I'll do what I can to keep you informed. So this has been KUHS Colorado. I want to say thank you so much again to our sponsor, ADA. They do incredible work when it comes to anything concrete, and we're really grateful to have them supporting our show. I know today's a little bit of a shorter show. I just wanted to get you folks on your way to the weekend so you can enjoy your weekend and go catch up with your families and do what we do here best in Colorado, which is live it to its fullest, right? It sounds kind of cheesy, but this is the state of that. But with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to KUHS Colorado. If you have got a project coming up, give ADA Concrete a call at 720-987-8206. That is 720-987-8206. ADA Concrete, serving all of Colorado. Henry, we're wrapped. Okay, thank you.